Is it possible to control what our future looks like just by changing the way we think? It might sound too simple, but our thoughts are powerful. They guide our feelings, our actions, and even our habits. If you always think, "I'm not good enough," you'll probably stop trying. But if you tell yourself, "I'm learning and improving," your brain starts to believe it, and everything begins to shift. In this episode, you'll learn how to train your thinking to work for you, not against you. You'll see how powerful your mindset can be, especially when learning English. If you stay with me until the end, you'll have real practical tools to build confidence, motivation, and focus, starting from your thoughts. What does "you become what you think" really mean? It means that your thoughts are like seeds. If you plant a tomato seed, you get a tomato. If you plant an apple seed, you get an apple. The same is true with thoughts. If you think, "I can grow," then you create action. That thought becomes part of who you are. But if you keep thinking, "I'm not good enough," then fear grows instead of confidence. So the thoughts you choose again and again, they grow into your future. That's why it's important to think with care. A thought may seem small, but it's powerful. Your brain listens to what you tell it. So if you keep thinking in a good direction, your life will begin to follow that path, step by step. Why do negative thoughts feel so strong? Negative thoughts feel loud because your brain is trying to keep you safe. Thousands of years ago, humans needed to notice danger quickly to survive. Even now, your brain still looks for problems first. That's why it's so easy to think things like, "What if I fail?" or "What if I look stupid?" But just because a thought feels strong doesn't mean it's true. And it doesn't mean you have to believe it. You are not your thoughts. You are the person watching your thoughts. That means you have power. You can learn to stop, breathe, and question the thought. This gives you control, and that's the first step to freedom. Can you choose your thoughts? Yes. You can't always choose the first thought that comes, but you can choose what you do next. You can decide to keep the thought or change it. Imagine your thoughts are like people knocking at your door. Some are welcome, some are not. You don't have to let every thought inside. For example, if a thought says, "I'm not smart," you can stop and ask, "Is that helpful?" Then you can choose a better one like, "I'm learning every day." The more you practice this, the easier it gets. And over time, your brain learns to follow the new path, one that is kinder and stronger. What kind of thoughts help you grow? The best thoughts are not perfect. They're not fake or overly positive. They are real, but hopeful. For example, "This is hard, but I can try again," is better than "This is easy," when it's clearly not. Supportive thoughts are honest and kind at the same time. These kinds of thoughts give you energy. They help you move forward. When you fall, they help you get up again. They don't pretend everything is perfect, but they remind you that it's okay to be in progress. And most of all, they help you believe that effort matters. How do your thoughts affect your English learning? Learning English is not only about grammar or words, it's about mindset. If you often think, "I always make mistakes," you may stop speaking. But if you think, "Mistakes are part of learning," you'll try more. Trying more means learning more. It's that simple. When your thoughts are encouraging, you feel brave enough to practice. And when you practice more, you grow faster. That's how it works. Your thoughts set the stage. So make sure they support you. Say things like, "I'm learning," or "I understand more every day." These thoughts open the door to better learning. What's the danger of self-criticism? Many people speak to themselves in a way they would never speak to a friend. They say, "You're stupid," or "You can't do anything right." But imagine if someone else said that to you all the time. How would it feel? You would probably lose hope. That's what happens inside when you're too hard on yourself. It creates fear and stress. It makes you want to give up. But you can change that voice. You can be your own coach instead of your own critic. Say things like, "It's okay to make mistakes," or "You're improving." That changes everything. How do thoughts become habits? Every time you think something, it becomes easier to think it again. It's like walking the same path in a forest. At first, it's hard to walk through, but if you walk the same way every day, a clear path appears. That's how your brain works, too. So, if you often think, "I can't," that path becomes stronger. But if you practice saying, "I'll try," you build a new way. After a while, your brain begins to use the better path automatically. That's how thinking becomes a habit, and good thinking habits lead to better actions and results. What can you do when a negative thought appears? First, just notice it. Don't push it away, and don't panic. Take a moment and say, I'm having a negative thought. Then ask yourself, is this true? Is it helpful? If the answer is no, choose something better. You don't need to lie to yourself. Just be kind and honest. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm bad at speaking," you can say, "Speaking is hard now, but I'm improving." That small shift keeps you moving forward. It doesn't ignore the challenge. It helps you face it with strength. Why is self-talk so important? Your self-talk is the voice you hear the most. It's with you every day, in every moment. And that voice becomes your guide. If it's negative, you feel lost. If it's kind and strong, you feel safe and ready. Good self-talk gives you support. It helps you believe in yourself when no one else is around. It reminds you to keep going, even when you're tired or unsure. That's why it matters. Changing your self-talk can change your day and your future. What happens when you believe in yourself? When you believe in yourself, even just a little, your whole body changes. Your shoulders relax. Your voice becomes stronger. Your mind opens. You feel more ready to try. And every time you try, you improve. That builds real confidence. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to believe that you can grow. That belief gives you courage. And courage is what helps you face challenges. So don't wait to feel ready. Start now. Believe a little. Then act. Then believe more. What are affirmations? And do they work? Affirmations are short, kind sentences you say to yourself. They might sound simple. I am enough. I'm getting better. I'm strong. But they help your brain focus. They give your mind a healthy direction. If you say negative things all day, you feel worse. But if you choose gentle, supportive words, your brain begins to trust them. It starts to believe you. So repeat affirmations daily. Say them out loud. Write them down. Over time, they help you build a better inner voice. Why does mindset matter more than mistakes? Many learners think mistakes are the biggest problem, but really it's the fear of mistakes that stops progress. Mistakes are normal. Everyone makes them. But the way you think about them makes all the difference. If you think, "I failed," you stop. But if you think, "I'm learning," you keep going. That's the key. Your mindset decides what happens next. A strong mindset says, "This is just one step in the journey." That kind of thinking helps you grow without fear. How can you practice better thinking every day? Start small. In the morning, say one kind thought. During practice, notice your self-talk. If it's negative, stop and try again. Say, "I'm learning," or "This is part of the process." Even a 30-second check-in helps. You can also keep a simple thought journal. Write down helpful thoughts. Read them daily. Make thinking practice part of your routine, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. What role does focus play in shaping thoughts? Whatever you focus on becomes bigger. If you keep thinking about problems, they feel heavier. But if you focus on your progress, on trying, on improving, those feelings grow instead. That's why it's important to notice your wins, even small ones. Did you understand a sentence? Did you say a word clearly? Celebrate that. These small wins help you build energy. They remind your brain that you are growing, and that changes your whole mood. Can changing your thoughts really change your life? Yes. It may not happen in one day, but over time, your thoughts build the life you live. Thought by thought, you shape your habits, actions, and emotions. When you choose better thoughts, you speak more, listen better, try harder, and feel stronger. Bit by bit, your life begins to match your mindset. That's why learning to think with care isn't just nice, it's powerful. What should you do when you feel stuck? When you feel stuck, don't panic. It happens to everyone. Take a deep breath and remind yourself this is just a moment. Then, do one small thing. Listen to a short lesson. Say one helpful thought. Rest if you need to, then try again. You don't need to fix everything. Just move a little. Your thoughts can help you move or hold you back. So choose one that helps you take the next step. How do your thoughts affect your emotions? Your emotions are like the weather, but your thoughts are like the sky. If your thoughts are cloudy, your feelings will be cloudy too. But if your thoughts become calm, your emotions will follow. For example, thinking I'm failing brings sadness or fear, but thinking I'm still learning brings calm. So if you want to feel better, start with your thoughts. They are the beginning of every feeling. Can you teach your brain to think differently? Yes, and the science supports it. Your brain changes based on what you do and think. This is called neuroplasticity. It means your brain is always learning, even as an adult. So if you've had negative thoughts for years, don't worry. You can still teach your brain something new. With practice, your brain starts to follow new paths, and one day you'll notice. You feel stronger inside. That's the power of thought training. What will you choose to believe about yourself today? That's the question. Because you do have a choice. You can believe you're stuck, or you can believe you're growing. You can believe you're weak, or you can believe you're learning to be strong. So today, make your choice. Choose a thought that helps you. Choose a belief that gives you energy. Say it. Repeat it. Practice it. And watch how everything starts to change, because you really do become what you think.